So when you're ready, if you have your kind of bolster or your cushion, you could slide it under your legs tonight. And we're going to lie down. If you just pop it under your knees or your thighs, and then just make your way down. And, adjust it to where it feels right for you. Maybe let the legs drop open and allow the shoulders to drop down. And you can have your arms either with your hands on your belly or maybe just your hands wide, whatever feels right to you. And just taking a few moments just to draw your attention inwards and come away from your evening so far. Maybe just start to pay a little bit of attention to your breath. And just allow your breath just to move easily in and out through your nose. There's nothing to change here, nothing to fix. And then just begin just to notice your body. And start to allow your body to soften. So just starting at the top of your head. Allow it to soften down towards the ground. Allow your forehead and your cheeks to relax. Allow the jaw and the neck to loosen. And start to let the shoulders just feel heavy on the ground. And just softening through the upper arm and the lower arm. And through the front and the back of your hands and your fingers. Allow your chest and your upper back to relax. Let the hips and your belly soften. Feel the front and the back of your upper thighs. Just release down towards your bolster, your cushion. Feel the lower legs and ankles relaxing. And then allow the feet and the toes just to soften down. Try to just imprint this feeling of softness and relaxation into your mind. As we move through our practice this evening, there are 3 principles to Yin Yoga. So the first principle is finding our edge. So that means that when we move into a posture, we move to a position that feels like this. So we try not to force or push, but simply to let it be. And only then will the joints and the ligaments be able to relax. Once we find our edge, we then hold still. And we hold the posture for between, say, 2.5 to 5 minutes. It'll depend on which posture we're in. And we try and allow this feeling to come back. And finally, when we're in the posture, we're going to try to avoid fidgeting or moving too much. So that means that we have to support the posture. So with bolsters, blocks, whatever you have. So when you're ready, we'll start to move a little bit. So maybe just start to move your fingers and your toes. And then if you can with your bolster there, just start to bend the knees a little. You don't have to bend them a lot. And then we'll start to move the bolster or the cushion just away from underneath your legs. So one other aspect of a yin practice is that we have to kind of warm up a little bit through the muscles. So we don't want to kind of move into things where we're kind of going in from a bit cold. So we're going to start with your feet flat on the floor, about hip distance apart. Heels quite close towards your bottom, but not terribly close. And allow the upper body to relax. As you inhale here, we're going to arch your back a little bit. So we're just going to move back. And then as you exhale, we're going to tilt your pelvis forwards. So we'll do that again. So again, just on the inhale, just arch your back a little. And on the exhale, tilt the pelvis. We'll do that again. So arch your back. And this time, when you tilt your pelvis, we're going to start to lift up. So we're going to do some rolling bridges here. So we're going to start to press through your feet. Just lift your hips a little bit. And you might not come up very far here. Just come up where it feels right to you. And then we'll slowly release all the way back down again. So try and move down one vertebrae at a time if you can. So again, on the inhale, maybe arch your back a little. And on the exhale, tilt the pelvis forward and up. And start to lift your hips just gently up off the ground. And then slowly release all the way back down. So when you get down again, inhale, arch your back. And the exhale, tilt your pelvis forward. And if you want to, this time as you lift up, maybe raise your arms just up and then overhead. Try not to be too harsh with it. And then slowly bring your arms over and release your back all the way back down. So do that again. So inhale, arch your back a little. On the exhale, tilt your pelvis forward and up. Lift the arms as you come up. And slowly release all the way back down. So keep that going. So just arch the back again. Just moving up, just nice and slowly. So we're just trying to warm up a little bit through the spine. And releasing down in your own time. Do that one more time. So arch your back. And then tilt the pelvis forward and up. And then slowly bring the arms back over. And release them down. Just relax here, just for a moment. Just noticing your body, just how it feels. And from here, we're going to keep your left foot on the ground. And if you lift your right leg up, flex your foot a little, and then place your ankle just on that left leg. Now, coming in for thread the eye of the needle, so you can stay here, just keeping the leg. So the right foot is flexed and the right knee presses out a little bit. Or lift your left foot off the ground. Take your hands, find the back of your thigh, or maybe come around the front of your shin if that feels okay. Again, keeping your right foot slightly flexed. And remember these principles, so, don't pull or force. And if you've got your hands somewhere and you need to move them to release that feeling of pulling or forcing, then do that. Try and relax where you can relax. So scan the body. Just find areas where you're gripping and try and allow them to release. And use the breath. So the breath will help. So keep focusing on the inhale and the exhale. And try and find a little bit of space in your breath. And a little bit of space in your body. Just taking our final few breaths here, breathing deeply. When you're ready, slowly release the grip that you have. Release your legs down. And then release the cross of your legs. So with the feet flat on the floor, again, just notice your body, just the sensations that are now moving through it. And then from here, just slowly lift your feet back off the ground, draw your knees to your chest, and maybe just take a little circle round. Just in one direction. You can keep it quite slow. And then just start to change directions, just moving in the opposite way. When you're ready, move back towards the centre and release your feet back down towards the ground. So we'll change sides. We'll keep the right foot on the ground this time. Lift your left knee, flex your left foot, and just place it on top of the thigh or the knee, just wherever it lands and feels comfortable. Either stay here, or maybe lift your right foot off the ground and take the hands either behind the back of your right thigh or the front of your right shin. Again, just where it feels right. And if you feel that you've gone too far, then do take the time just to come out of it. So that finding the edge is probably where the first 30 or maybe even 60 seconds of our asanas. So we find the position that feels right. And only then do you start to settle in. So you start to relax a little. And one of two things will happen. You'll either feel yourself releasing and relaxing a little bit more, or you might find you need to back off a little bit. And just, you know, whatever you do is right. It's right for you. So still scan your body, maybe relax something else. Maybe not directly related to the pose, but maybe your jaw. Again, for these last few breaths, just try and soften a little bit more. And then when you're ready, slowly release the grip you have. Uncross your legs. Take your feet flat on the floor. And then when you're ready, maybe draw your knees back towards your chest. Use your hands on the legs and just start to slowly circle round. Just always noticing where your mind goes and try to stay present. And change direction when you're ready. When you're ready, just moving back into the center. From here, we're going to start to move up to sitting. So just take your time, maybe roll over onto your side if that feels better. And then start to just press yourself up. So when you come up, we're going to come into Sukhasana. So we're just going to come into this easy pose. And again, if you would like to, you could sit on a blanket or a cushion if that helps you. And just take your hands, just relax onto your thighs or your knees. And you can close your eyes down if you'd like. That feels better. And keep your spine straight. You could even lean against the wall if you wanted to here. If that helps you. And we're just going to move a little bit again. So we're going to move, taking your right shoulder, just move it forwards. And then slowly draw it back, maybe even rounding back a little bit as you do that. Again, just moving forwards and keep it quite kind of organic. So you don't want to be too prescriptive about it. We're just moving. But keep it fairly slow. And you're ready. We'll start to move back into the center. We'll just change direction. So just leading this time with that left shoulder. Again, just move it around. And then when you're ready, start to make your way back towards the center. When you come in here, we're going to take the legs wide. So we're just going to widen the legs. And when you widen them here, please feel free just to bend your knees a little. You don't have to have your legs straight. If you have your legs straight, maybe flex your feet a little. And then we're going to create this with your hands. And we're going to move over towards the right leg. And we're kind of taking a big circle. And then move over towards the left. And then bend your arms as you come back in. So just slowly, kind of as if you were stirring a big pot here. And again, keep it slow and just kind of explore what you feel and where you feel it. And just move in your own way once you've got the movement. Just one more time. And then you move back into the center. We're just going to reach up with both arms. Just stretch them up. Again, just see what you feel. And then slowly release your arms all the way back down. So we're going to go the opposite way now. So when you're ready, again, take these little fists and then move over towards your left leg first. And then move over towards the right, leaning forwards. And then bend your arms and pull back in. Again, just moving in your own way. You don't have to be too big about it. And we'll do this one more time. And as you move back into the center, just reach back up with your arms. Slowly release your arms all the way back down. And we're going to stay here, but we're going to move to a wide-legged forward fold. So just with your legs wide, you could grab your bolster or your cushions again and bring them forwards. And again, if we come into this supported, it will feel a little bit better. So, you could just take your hands onto your bolster. You could take your hands at the side of the bolster and lean forwards, or maybe take your elbows onto the bolster and just lean forwards. And you can use blocks here so it's not quite high enough to build it up to where it is. And the position you want to get to is the position where your body doesn't feel any tension. So it's a bit like when we were lying at the very beginning. That's kind of the feeling you want. And it will take a little while to get that feeling. So, you know, move into where it feels kind of comfortable. And then scan your body to see if you're still kind of gripping anywhere. And try and let that go. And do use your breath here. So try and move in with your breath. Direct your breath. And allow the breath to flow. You might start to feel the body just reacting to this. Start to feel it melting, like butter. You have about 10 more breaths here. See if there's anything else that can soften. Anything you can relax. And then when you're ready, we'll start to just make our way up. So just take your time, rest with your arms, and slowly come out of it. And then maybe move the bolster or cushions out of the way. Maybe bring the legs in a little, just to release and allow just the sensations just to move through you. And then from here, we're just going to bring the soles of your feet together. So we're going to come in for Baddha Konasana. In this Baddha Konasana, we'll not take it too far in, so quite a wide position. And again, you could use your bolster, you could build it up, use blocks to support the head, if you like. Or maybe you want to grab hold of your feet and come in. So whatever suits you, and whatever's going to feel comfortable. And just take your time to feel it. So feel, where you can move to allow your body to relax a little bit more. You just take another few breaths here. And then when you're ready, start to move yourself back up. So just take your time. And again, maybe take your hands on your legs and draw the legs in. Now from here, we're going to come into a pigeon pose. So you could use your bolster here if you've got one for a pigeon, but I'll give you two options for it. So we're going to bring your right leg forwards. And you want to kind of flex your foot a little bit. Have the knee in line with your ankle. And again, if pigeon doesn't suit you, you could just bring your left leg just behind this right foot and just fold forward from there. And you could bring your bolster in and just lean forward onto your bolster. If you want to though, we'll take that right leg forwards and come up and slide your left leg back. Now the options with bolster are either to take them underneath your right hip and then you can sit back onto it. So you kind of have to pull it through a little to get into that. And then you can release down. And you can stay up if you'd like to, come onto your elbows for a little bit, and then release down. Or bring your bolster in front. And then release your body down to your bolster. So whatever position allows you to be the most comfortable is where you want to come into. And you could use a block for your head here as well if you wanted to. So if your head feels not that comfortable on the ground, then place a block or a towel or a cushion under your head. Just begin, just allow the hips just to feel heavy. And start to let go of any tension. Maybe on the inhale, you could say let. And on the exhale, go. And again, just taking the final few breaths here. When you're ready, slowly start to make your way back up. So maybe coming onto your hands, first of all. And then from here, we'll just slide that right leg back and bring the left leg in. So just coming into an all fours position. And we'll just make a few cat-cow movements here. So just lowering your spine, drop your belly on your inhale. And on the exhale, just rounding in. And just moving through that, so inhale, drop your belly, pull your chest forwards. And on the exhale, just round your back. And then on your next inhale, just moving back into the center. So we'll move forward with your left leg this time. Just slide your left leg forwards. Again, maybe sit down onto your bottom first and just line up your leg a little. Use your bolster either underneath your hip, so when you lift it up, place it under, or in front of you, wherever you feel it's best. And then lifting yourself up, just slide back with your right leg. So again, you can position the bolster wherever you feel you're going to get the best benefit from it. And you can try it, you can try it and you can move it until you adjust it to the right position. And when you feel ready, maybe start to move down towards your elbows first. And then maybe lower yourself down all the way. Again, use whatever you need to support your head, to support your upper body, and to make yourself as comfortable as you can. Start to move in with your breath. And again, with these last few breaths, scan your body, and see where you can relax a little bit more. And then when you're ready, we'll start to make our way back up. Just take your time, rest with your hands. And then from there, just slide back with that left leg. And move the right leg in. So again, coming back to this all fours position. Maybe a few cat cows, maybe just moving your hips, just gently side to side. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly just make our way back. So just walk your hands back towards your knees. And then we're going to come into a sitting position first of all, so you can swing your legs round. And we're going to move down onto your mats now. We're going to do a little restorative fish pose. So again, with your bolster, or a folded up mat, you're going to place that. And then you're going to try and get your shoulders, so kind of the bony part of your shoulder blades, you want to kind of hook that over the back. So you can move yourself back a little bit. And then when you get down there, you might have to adjust. You might have to kind of pull it through. So you want to be kind of lying so your mid-back is on the bolsters or the cushions. And then your shoulders kind of drop over the back. And you can bend your knees if you feel that's too much, feet flat on the floor. Or you can extend the legs. And then just let your arms drop out to the side. So you should feel a really nice stretch over the top of your chest. But whatever you feel, it's kind of best for you. And maybe even taking a little cushion or block behind your head if you feel it's too much for your neck. Just start to let the legs just drop out to the side a little. And the palms maybe just facing up towards the sky, just in a gesture of acceptance and receiving. Just take another couple of deep breaths here. And when you're ready, slowly start to bend your knees. So just place your feet flat on the floor. And then if you can easily, we're just going to roll over onto your right side. So take your time. And then when you get there, if you can manage, you're going to move your bolster out of the way. So you just kind of have to grab it or push it out of the way or whatever. And then once you've done that, you can roll back over. So you're coming onto your back again. And then when you get there, with the feet flat on the floor, we'll draw the knees back in towards the chest. So keep the legs quite wide. You can either just place your hands here just on your shins or your knees and draw them in. Or maybe start to move into more of a happy baby. So lift the feet up, grab hold of the back of your legs, your ankles, or maybe the soles of your feet. And try and allow the tailbone to relax down towards the ground. And you can move a little bit here, so if you did want to move a little bit, then do. So either just gently side to side, or maybe move each leg kind of independently, so you could straighten it a little bit. Or just hold still. And then when you're ready, you're slowly going to release that. So release your feet, release the feet back down towards the ground. And then we're just going to move into Shavasana now. So if you want to now put any socks or jumpers or anything on to allow yourself to be a little bit warmer, then do that. And when you're ready, start to make your way back down. So we're going to do a little warming meditation here. So just take a moment just to settle in to Shavasana, so whatever that means to you. And just notice how your body feels. Just observe the state of your body without trying to change anything. Mentally scanning your body for areas of tension. And just take a deep breath in and let it go. Continue to take slow, regular breaths. Imagine that any areas of tension in your body are relaxing each time you exhale. And we'll just begin this warm relaxation process. Starting with your feet, begin to relax your body. Notice that your feet are becoming warm and relaxed. Focus on your left foot, feeling the bottom of your left foot becoming warmer. Feel your toes warming and the top of your foot. Your entire left foot is warm. Notice now your right foot. Feel the sole of your right foot warming and relaxing. The toes of your right foot are also becoming warm. And the top of your foot. Your whole right foot is warm. A feeling of warmth and heaviness feels very pleasant. Feel the warmth in your feet. Continuing that warmth up your ankles and your lower legs. At the same time as the warmth is growing in your feet and legs, turn your attention to your hands. Notice your right hand warming. Feel the warmth in each finger, starting at your fingertips. The warmth spreads to your fingers, then your thumb, continuing to the palm of your right hand. Feel the back of your right hand warming as well. Notice your left hand becoming warm. From the tip of each finger and your thumb until your fingers and thumb are warm. Feel the warmth spread to the palm of your left hand and the back of your hand. Your left hand is completely warm. Feel the warmth in your hands increasing. Your hands are very warm, heavy and relaxed. The warmth continues to your wrists and lower arms. This pleasant feeling of warmth continues to your elbows, your upper arms and your shoulders. Your arms and hands are very warm and heavy. Relax. Turn your attention again to your feet and legs. Notice the warmth in your feet and lower legs, continuing to your knees, your upper legs and your hips. Your legs are warm and heavy. Feel the core of your body relaxing. The feeling of warmth begins in the center of your body near your stomach. Feel the warmth growing to your chest and all the way up to your neck. The front of your body all the way from your hips to your neck is warm, heavy, and relaxed. Focus on the small of your back. Feel this area warming and relaxing. Allow the warmth to continue from your lower back to your middle back and upper back. Your back is warm, very relaxed. Concentrate on your neck, feeling how warm and relaxed your neck has become. Feel the relaxation in your entire body. The feeling of warmth and heaviness. Very pleasant and relaxed. Take a few moments now to just relax. Enjoying this warm, calm, peaceful feeling. When you're ready, we'll take a deep inhale through your nose and then just sigh out your mouth. Do that once more, so just deeply inhaling and then just let it go. And then start to move a little bit. So through your fingers and your toes. Maybe a little bit bigger through your hands and your feet. And then if you'd like, you could stretch your arms overhead and just stretch from your hands all the way down to your feet. When you're ready, we'll bring the arms back over. And you can keep your blanket on here, but just bend your knees. Maybe draw your knees to your chest or keep them flat on the floor if that suits you better. But just move gently side to side through the legs. And then if you'd like to, you could roll over onto your side. And from there, or from your back, start to just make your way up. So just to a sitting position, but there's no rush. Just take your time to come up. Maybe keep your eyes closed as you move up. And then when you're ready, we'll bring the palms together just in front of your heart. So just leaving a little gap just to signify an openness in your heart. So thank you so much for coming along and practicing with me this evening. Hope you enjoyed the practice that we did. Namaste. Okay, that's you. Thank you very much, ladies. Well done. You can unmute yourself now if you'd like.